The post shares shaky Ukrainian first-person footage of a soldier operating an FNFAL rifle from a muddy forest trench, highlighting the intense and disorienting conditions on the front line with audio of commands and surrounding activity. The operator is Brazilian volunteer Ivan Carraz Kruger, a former Brazilian army lieutenant commanding a company in Ukraine, using the Belgian-designed battle rifle during the conflict. High engagement reflects interest in foreign fighters and the realities of trench conditions, with replies discussing suppressive fire techniques versus perceived inaccuracy in dense woodland environments. Two Russian soldiers are seen moving toward Ukrainian positions without any means to defend themselves, and as they walk across the area they head toward broken houses where Ukrainian soldiers are already positioned, and the moment they get close to the damaged buildings, the Ukrainian soldiers respond, bringing the encounter to an immediate end. A Ukrainian drone is seen waiting in standby mode on the ground, and as a Russian soldier suddenly comes into its range without noticing it, the situation changes instantly, and the encounter concludes at that moment as the drone responds. A Ukrainian Hornet drone is seen operating near a Russian Ural truck in the Mariupol district of the Donetsk region, but as it approaches the vehicle it misses direct contact, only clipping it with its wing before continuing forward and detonating in a nearby field, showing how the operation narrowly fails to reach the intended location. Ukrainians express gratitude to Australia and its leadership for continued support. Bushmasters continue to help protect the lives of Ukrainian soldiers. A Ukrainian drone operator is seen examining a downed Russian FP-1/FP-2 UAV that had been used as an FPV drone carrier after it crashed into the water, and the footage shows the larger mothership drone with a Starlink antenna attached. The post features body cam and overhead footage of Turkish soldiers in camouflage carefully descending steep rocky terrain and entering a dark cave entrance in the mountains of northern Iraq during a November 2022 operation. The clip is linked to Turkey's counter-PKK efforts under operations like Klalak, which involved ground forces operating in cave complexes used by the Kurdistan Workers' Party, PKK, as hideouts and bases in areas such as Zap and Medina. Viewers in the replies note that the video shows a routine cave entry with radio communication and no visible combat or opposing presence, contrasting with the post's description of most intense unseen moments. A large fire and thick black smoke are seen rising from the Tuapse oil terminal on Russia's Black Sea coast during May Day celebrations, where a local man stands on a pebble shore and films the scene while sarcastically wishing good health and happy holiday, dear comrades, as flames continue to burn at the refinery and port facility, following repeated drone operations in the area in recent weeks, which have caused fires in storage tanks and ongoing disruption to fuel processing, even though no casualties are reported. A young Russian soldier in camouflage gear is seen speaking on camera, at first appearing relaxed. But as he continues, he describes a traumatic experience where he claims he was the only survivor from his group after heavy losses, and the mood shifts from calm to serious as the reality of the situation becomes clear. While the video presents a raw account meant to reflect real experiences rather than glorify them, and as it spreads online, viewers react in different ways, with some mocking and others engaging with the story, showing how such personal moments are shared and interpreted widely. Russia-Ukraine conflict context. Camouflaged unmanned ground vehicles with mounted machine guns are seen moving along a rural dirt path at sunset, where these robotic systems navigate the terrain without direct human presence, showing how modern technology is being used for tasks like reconnaissance, logistics, and operational roles. And as the footage continues, it highlights how quickly military technology is evolving, with such systems already shaping a shift toward reducing risk for soldiers in active areas. Based on the details provided, this archival footage depicts the intense, months-long urban operations that defined the Battle of Bakhmut during the first half of 2023. The video captures the heavily damaged city of Bakhmut in the Donetsk region, most likely from spring 2023 when activity was at its peak. In the footage, AFU soldiers can be seen moving through rubble-covered streets and broken, skeletal buildings, reflecting the widespread damage reported at the time, when more than 90% of the city had been affected. The clip shows soldiers operating in small, coordinated groups, which aligns with known accounts of close-quarters urban operations between Ukrainian forces and Wagner Group units. The source of the footage appears to be a Ukrainian War Archive Telegram channel, often used to preserve and share historical material from the conflict, including content linked to units like the 3rd Assault Brigade. The Battle of Bakhmut itself became one of the most intense phases of the war in early 2023, often described as a prolonged and demanding confrontation with heavy losses on both sides. By May 2023, satellite imagery indicated that nearly all buildings and infrastructure in the city had been severely damaged. Despite questions about its strategic importance, Bakhmut turned into a powerful symbol of Ukrainian resistance, often referred to as Fortress Bakhmut. Footage like this continues to be shared to document the difficult conditions of urban operations and to highlight the lasting impact of the conflict on the Donetsk region. The 1st Mechanized Battalion of the 44th Mechanized Brigade monitored a Russian soldier hiding inside a house in Kostiantynivka using a fiber-optic FPV drone. In the video, the drone operator carefully flies the drone through the area and searches inside the building until the hidden soldier is located, showing the precision and control of modern FPV drone operations. Ukrainian drone surveillance identifies a Russian infantry position inside a damaged concrete stairwell in the Kherson direction. In the footage, the location is spotted from above, and FPV drone operators are sent to the area. The drone approaches the stairwell and monitors the location carefully. A wounded Russian soldier is seen in a forest area while a Ukrainian drone observes from above. In the footage, the soldier walks for some distance and then sits under a tree. The drone continues to monitor the situation from the air. The scene appears tense and uncertain, showing a difficult moment in such conditions. In a snow-covered area, a group of Russian soldiers were traveling aboard a vehicle when a Ukrainian FPV drone approached the trailer. The footage shows that the soldiers had limited options to move as the drone monitored the vehicle. Observe a Russian soldier monitored by a drone. The individual, moving alone in a completely open field, attempts to evade the situation. However, the soldier, who was unarmed, had no means to protect himself under the circumstances. A Ukrainian soldier is shown engaging drones using an older machine gun, demonstrating that many weapons are being reused on this front. The firearm appears to be a vintage model, possibly dating back to the 1940s. If you recognize the weapon model, feel free to share it in the comments. Ukrainian soldiers prepare to head to the front lines. Don't forget to wish them victory and safety. In this video, the Ukrainian soldier says that there are no Russian soldiers present where he is, and those who were approaching him have now moved back. He confirms that they are completely safe and that there is nothing to worry about. Everyone had assumed that the Ukrainian soldiers in this location had been affected, but that was not the case,